How to create an easy salamander enclosure? If you're thinking of bringing a salamander into your home, you're probably wondering how to set up the perfect enclosure for your new pet. Let's break it down step by step to ensure your salamander stays happy and healthy. First, you need to choose the right size of enclosure. For a tiger salamander, a 10-gallon tank is a good starting point. But if you plan to keep 2 salamanders, you'll need at least a 20-gallon tank. The enclosure should be well ventilated and have a tightly fitted top with multiple air holes to prevent your salamander from escaping. It's also important that the tank is longer than it is tall to give your salamander enough space to move around. When it comes to temperature, tiger salamanders do best in a cool environment. The ideal temperature range is between 60 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Make sure to keep the enclosure away from direct sunlight, as it can cause temperature fluctuations and encourage algae growth. You don't usually need a supplemental heat source if the room temperature is above 60 degrees. Lighting is also crucial. Salamanders need about 10 to 12 hours of light exposure daily. You can use a low-watt incandescent bulb to mimic natural sunlight and help your salamander establish a day-night cycle. Just ensure the bulb doesn't produce too much heat. For the substrate, you'll want something that can retain moisture but isn't too soggy. Moist coconut fiber, topsoil, or forest floor soil mix are excellent choices. The substrate should be at least 3 to 4 inches deep to allow for burrowing. Create a moisture gradient by keeping one side of the enclosure moist and the other side drier, so your salamander can choose its preferred environment. Water is another important aspect. For young tiger salamanders, you'll need about 6 inches of water in the tank. As they grow, you can transition to a more terrestrial setup, but still include some water for them to swim in. Use a good water filter and an air stone for aeration. Keep the water temperature between 65 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit and ensure the water quality is good by monitoring levels of ammonia and pH. Decorate the enclosure with rocks, logs, and plants to provide hiding places and make it look natural. Artificial plants and natural wood ornaments can be great additions. Just make sure any decorations are safe and won't harm your salamander. By following these guidelines, you can create a comfortable and safe enclosure for your salamander, ensuring it has everything it needs to thrive. Remember to check on your salamander regularly and adjust the enclosure as needed to keep your pet happy and healthy.